Welcome to the day 3 of the forex trading course. In the first video, I walk you through the introduction. In the second video, I walk you through how to use the MT4 and the MT5. If you have not gone through those two videos, please kindly check the video description. Go through those two videos before you join us in this third one. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to start the technical analysis. And then I'm going to be using 7 good steps. We are going to go step by step. So you can do this both from your phone and you can also do it from your laptop. I'm using the laptop so that the chart will be very clear for you to understand, because some of you complained of the phone I was using the last time. So I will also put the link to this TrendyView website so that I can also access it from your phone. Now let's begin. Technical analysis has to do with you analyzing the chart in order for you to now place a trade. All right, so you have to analyze the trade. Like I said, the forex trading is based on 3 things: the fundamental analysis, the sentimental analysis, and the technical analysis. Majorly, it is the technical analysis, because you have to analyze the charts before you be able to place a trade. So today we are going to walk you through how to do that. But before we do that, let me quickly show you how to use this trading view. Of course, you can see here that we also have some of these features here. So we are currently on Euro USD. So if you want to change it, you can come to where you see my mouse here, click on it, and then you can see other ones here. Let's say I want to change it to GBP USD. All I have to do is type it here, GBP USD, GBP. All right, so it comes up and then you can now click on it, and then this chart will automatically change to the GBP USD. If you want to change it to a Euro USD, the same thing. If you want to change to others, you come here. All right, so the arrow here shows that we can do everything. We can zoom in, we can zoom out with our mouse, or if you are using a laptop, or if you are using your phone, you can use your hand to zoom it out and zoom it in. All right. So for this particular line where you are seeing line here is where you can actually bring in your trending, your circle. You can bring in your triangle, just the way I taught you how to do it on the MT4 and the MT5. All right, so you can bring everything here. When we start, this will become realistic to you. All right, so that's that. And then if you want, if you can see this one as well, it also has to do with some of the features I taught you, like the Fibonacci retracement. It also has to do with a lot of things here. So I don't want to go into them because that's not our focus. When we get there, I will also teach you this. Now, if you check the environment here, you will see that I have this particular apps here already showing me here. So there's no need for me to now come to this site. How do I make them here? All you have to do is, when you come to this particular place here, and then you see you like any of them, you want to be accessing it all the time, so you just check here. You see that we have the favorites here, so you can just click on the favorite and it will automatically be added to you here, so that you just access it from here and not just be coming here. But for now, I want to untick it because I don't need it, so I just untick it. And then if you come here, let's say you want to write something on this test. So there's a test here. So if you come here, click on here, you can see you can write a note, you can write other things. So let me just put this on favorite. So I click on favorite and then it will automatically be added here. I'll use it. All right, there are other things here that you can do. You can bring in a table, you can bring in a note and all of that. Other things here, we'll talk about them. But for now, let me go directly to what we have for today. The first thing is, what is chart? That is step 1. A chart is a graphical representation of the currency pair you are using. So what is currently happening with that currency in that country is what is being shown graphically. Remember when I was talking about the MT4 and the MT5, I also said that you can represent this with a line or a bar chart, but I recommend candlesticks. So candlestick is what is used to represent what is happening in that country. What do we mean? What we mean is that if, for example, the economy in US is down, it means that you'll be seeing the representation here. If the economy is low or up, that is in bullish, is doing well, you see the graphical representation here. So your analysis here is actually analyzing the US economy, but by chart. So chart is a graphical representation of what is currently happening in that country, so that you can be able to either buy or sell. So that's number one. Number two is, why do we need to analyze? You need to analyze because, like I was saying in the first video, like forex is just like predict. Forex is basically prediction. You predict what is happening, and in prediction you have to first of all check antecedent. I was trying to tell you guys that, if for example, how all these guys that do betting do succeed is that if they check and say, okay, Chelsea and Arsenal are having a game. If, for example, they have checked the analysis and see that they have met like 10 times and Chelsea have won like 7 times, so there's high prediction that Chelsea will win, right? So they'll not just go and place Chelsea to win. So you have to check the antecedent of what has happened with that currency pair, so they can be able to predict the future. All right. So you need to analyze before you can be able to place a trade. You don't just place a trade. Like I said, on demo, you can just place anything and it will just start running. But when you put your money in, that's when you know that something is going on. So you have to predict very well, because you will lose a lot of funds if you don't do that. All right, so that's the reason why we need to analyze. You need to analyze to know whether it will go to your favor or whether it will not go to your favor, so that you go in when it is going to your favor, or you come out when it is not. All right, so, and the number third one is, how do we start? Before you analyze a chart, please, I would like to say this: before you analyze a chart or you start technical analysis, you must have to know fundamental analysis. First of all, verify what is going on in US. What is the economy saying in US? All right, before you be able to come here and start your technical analysis. Or sometimes you can finish your technical analysis and then you can now go to check if actually what you did is correlating with the fundamental analysis. So to start the technical analysis, the first thing you need to do is you need to know the fundamental news of what is going on, and then the second thing is you now start analyzing. We are going to be seeing that very shortly. All right, so the next thing is the trend. The fourth thing is trend. So after you have learned the fundamental news about the pair, and you are ready to now start the technical analysis, the very first thing is to identify the trend. Now let me show you something. As you're seeing this particular chart here, you can see that some of these things are going up. Okay, let me pick this line. Some of these things are going up. Sorry, let me pick the line again. Some of these things are going up. Some of them are coming. Let me click again. Some of them are coming down. Some of them are going up. So you need to know where the market is going. Is the market going up or is the market coming down? This is what we call trend. So identify the trend of the market. Where is the market actually going? Right? Is the market going up or is the market going down? Now let me explain something. When the market is going up, it's called bearish. Sorry, bullish. When the market is going up, it's called bullish. That means the market is doing well, and it's often represented by green candles. That means the market is doing well by green candles. But when the market is coming down, it's often represented by red candles, and it's also called bearish. So when market is going up in the bullish, you buy. When the market is coming down in the bearish, you sell. So like again, I told you in the second class, I said whether the market is going up or down, you can make money. So you can sell to get money, you can buy to get money. All right. So don't worry, we will look at everything in details. But all I want you to understand is identify where that market is going. So let's use that practically to analyze here. Now from here to here, the market is going up. But from here, from this particular point here to this particular point, the market is coming down. From this particular point to this particular point, the market is going up. From here to here, the market is going down. And then from here to here is showing that the market is already going up. So the very first thing of which is going to be your assignment is that you have to identify which of the pair, which of the trend is the market. All right. So to illustrate this further, let me change the currency pair so that I can be able to analyze. So let's go to here and then change the currency pair to, let's say, Euro USD. All right. Let's check Euro USD. So under Euro USD, we'll now check. So from here, you also see that, okay, let me mark it. From here to here, the market is going up. But at this point, the market stopped going up and it started coming down. All right, so from here, okay, from here again, let me mark it here to here, the market is going up. All right, so this is how you identify trend. And of course, if you are marking from here, you pick this trend line here again and then place it here. Let me call. Then you now place it here, and then from here to here, the market was coming down, and it's often represented by higher lows and higher highs. Now let me show you what that means. Now let me zoom in. Let me zoom in to show you. Higher lows and higher highs shows that this particular point here is the higher lows, where you see, let me just mark it here so that you understand. This particular point here is the higher lows where the market hits, and then the particular point where it stops and start coming down is where you have higher highs. All right, so where it hits to now start moving up is the higher low, and then the highest point where it reaches to start coming down is now the higher highs. All right, so you can just detect most of these things. Trends, the very first thing, like again I said, is when you want to do technical analysis, the first thing is identify where is that trend. Is it going up or is it coming down? Now for this particular one, of course, you notice here that the trend has been going down. So that means that the euro is not doing good. And if you go to check news on Google or anywhere, you may discover that one or two things may be bringing down the euro currency. All right. So that's what is currently happening here. Now, this thing is not fiction. This is not artificial. This is graphical representation of what is happening in real time in that country. You can see that it's here, even though it's on demo, but it's graphical representation of what is happening in real time in that place. All right, so you can see that it was coming, the graph from here was, the trend was down, and here is trying to rise, now falling, and it's also trying to rise. What it's showing you is that from here, the overall, this trend is down, but there is an indication that the trend will soon rise. So the first thing again is identify where the trend is, and I've used two currency pairs to show you that. So your first assignment is identify where the trend is, mark it like I just marked, and then send to the group. All right. So the next thing we need to now do is how do you now buy and how do you now sell? Remember I said when the market is bearish, you sell. All right, whether it is represented by red candles, you sell, and when the market is bullish, you buy. That is represented by green candles. Let me zoom out again, zoom in again, so they can be able to see. You can see that the candles that are always pushing up are green, and the candles that are always pushing down are red. All right, so how do you now determine where to sell and where to buy? In fact, I'm already teaching you a strategy already. I know I'm taking this course step by step, but I'm already giving you a good strategy already. Now, let me now jump into what we call support and resistance. In fact, this particular aspect is the most important aspect when it has to do with analyzing a chart. Please take note. It's a strategy you will use in gaining a lot of money from the trending market. This is one of the strategies a lot of guys out there are using. So in subsequent videos, I can be giving you some of the strategies like the Fibonacci tracing, retracement, and then other ones like that. But you see this support and resistance, in fact, it's one of my favorite as well. So please master it like back to back. In fact, in the next class, I'm still going to talk about it. But now let me go. Now, support and resistance is, support is the line where price hits before returning up, and then resistance is the top where the price hits before returning down. Now let me explain again. For example, I said the support is the line where below where the price hits, like this particular line here where the price hits before returning up, and then up is where the resistance where the price hit before returning down. If you can be able to detect these things, that means you are good in forex trading. Now let me explain how to mark it. All right, so where you discover how to mark that is, you have to check with a candle is divided into three. We have the body of the candle and the wick of the candle. When we are talking about candlestick patterns and candlestick as a topic, I will show you about that. But I want you to know this, that a candle is divided into the body of the candle and the wick of the candle. So when you are marking either your support or your resistance, it must be within the wick of the candle, not the body of the candle. So you're going to be checking some zones where the wick of the candle touches many times, like up to 2-3 times before returning. So when you check, let me show you example. For example, here we have this wick here, and then we have this wick here, and then we have this wick here, and then we have this wick here, showing up to 3 to 4 wick. This means that price is always resisting this level. So you are seeing that price is coming down here and is returning. It's coming down here and is returning. It's coming down here and is returning. It shows that there is something within this zone that is returning the price. So that seems to be your support line. So all you have to do is pick this rectangle and then draw a line in that place. And draw a line in that place. Let the line not be too big. You can do this from your phone. Of course, let me see how if I can be able to use a phone to attach to this video. So I will just pick it and drop it. Let the wick not touch a lot of the body of the candle, right? Only the wick. All right. So let me click, set it again, and then touch it. So if I put it here, I'm targeting this wick here. I'm targeting, let me bring in a circle. So I'm targeting this wick here. All right. I'm targeting this wick here. I'm also targeting this wick here. Sorry, let me pick another circle. I'm also targeting this wick here. All right. And I'm also targeting this wick here. Remember, I said you should pick out at least 3 places where the wick enters and return up. All right, so that's where we have it here. So this point here can now be your support line, showing that we have had a lot of wicks in this place where price comes here and return. The down part here may be what we call I will teach you that when we get there, but these down parts may not really be interested. But for this particular part, we have had these ranges where price comes here and there. For here, price comes here and return. Here, price comes here and return. It goes up, come here and returns up here. It goes up, come here. Here is already returning already. So this point shows that the price is resisting this support line. All right, so how do you now mark your resistance, which is the up? You also pick your circle, your rectangle, and then you check the upside where we have at least 2 to 3 weeks. So let me draw it from here and then from here. You're already seeing that this particular place is a zone. All right, so let me just drop it. Sorry. All right, so let me just drop it like this. All right, so you're already seeing that this place is a zone because price is trying to come up here, it will come down. It will try to come up here, it will push down. It will try to come up here, it pushes down, and it tries to reach here, it pushes down, showing you that this particular aspect is resisting the price. So this is how to mark your support and resistance. So if you are able to mark and say, oh, price is always resisting this place and price is always at this support line, and then when your market gets to the support, you buy, and you don't allow it to touch the resistance, you sell. It means that you from here to here, you make your money. It's very simple like that. But let me use another currency pair to analyze this. So let's go back to our Euro USD. Sorry, GBP USD. GBP USD. This thing may not be clear for you, right? But I will actually make it more understandable. Is if it may be your first time and you may not be able to get it correctly, but then just with time you can be able to get it. So let me come here, and under here let me look for a good place where I can do that. Okay, so here we can now put our support here. All right, so here we can also see that price is resisting this level here. Now let's pick up our triangle and then draw it directly from here and cross it to this side. Now if you cross it to this side, you see that everything is okay here, right? So let me drop it and then pick up another one and draw the resistance from here. Sorry, I've not picked it, actually picked it. So let me pick it again and draw the resistance from here to here. And then let me take it to the right place where I want it to be, because I want it to touch only the wicks and not much about the body. So let me touch it here and then touch it here. So if you check this place, you will discover that you will have a lot of resistance here, where price tends to rise from the support, and then it comes here and it comes here and it hits the support, come again, hit again, come again, hit again, almost 3 times, and then fell. So if you were wise enough, you will have known that the price hit here the first time, came here, hit here the second time, and when it hit here, the third time, you're supposed to know that here, if you were here already and you're a pro in trading, you should know that price will come down here, because this was the third time it was hitting this resistance, and it fell directly back to the support, break down the support, return back to the support, and then come up again. You just see how the price is behaving around this particular support. All right, just see how the price is behaving around this support, and then also here as well. So this is how to draw your support and resistance. Now, let me say something here, that you can also draw your support and resistance in between. All right, so let's pick the rectangle again, and then you can see that here we have support here. So you can click on it again and drag it and drag it. So you can see that price rates from here to here, from here to here, and then it breaks out to up, and it returns back here, come back here, returns back here, and then it's now coming back here. From here, it's showing that it was supposed to reach here, and it's now coming down here. So this price here, if I was supposed to take this trade, I'll quickly place a buy. A sell rather, because of course you are seeing that the price is resisting this place and is coming down. And if I was supposed to put my stop loss, I'll put it around somewhere here. All right, like somewhere here, because this price is either this price gets to this place or it gets to this place. All right, so this price must touch any of these support line. Either it touches this, I don't know why this thing is doing like this. All right, so it's okay. All right, so you see that this price touches this place. So we can quickly pick out our arrow. We can quickly pick up our arrow by coming here, click on the arrow, and we can't find arrow here. Let's go back to the arrow here, and then you can quickly pick up our arrow and draw down. Let's pick up one of the arrows. So you can just pick up this and draw down that this price will either reach here or may even cross to this place. So you can just take your trade within this particular line. So that's how to do draw this particular support and resistance. Now I'm using a laptop. I know that it may be very difficult for some of you, but I will see how I can use a phone to also do it. But if you understand this, you can also do it from your phone. If I'm using a phone, it might not even be up to a 10 minutes video, but this one is very explanatory. It's very is very clear for your understanding. All right, but if you have any question, you can kindly ask me in the comment section. So drawing support and resistance is the most important thing when you are talking about technical analysis. And again, I want to do it in the next currency pair so that you can be able to understand more. And then after that, we now close from here. But subsequently, I will also talk about this. So let me choose AUD card. All right, that is the Canadian dollar. So AUD card, I just put it here, the Australian dollar with Canadian dollar. So you can see here, it's even showing that first you will know that this trend is an uptrend, because from here alone, let's pick it here, from here alone, it's taking a turn from here and it's going up. All right, and then from here, it's taking a turn and it's coming down. And from here, it gets here, it now comes here again and it's going up. So if I was supposed to take this trade, I would know that I'll just place a buy, because this price is going up already and it will enter in my own way. So you can see that I can just click here and place a buy, and the price has already activated. And then you see your profit, whether you're losing or gaining. Of course, you will gain because this price is going up. All right, so to draw the support and resistance here, let me just quickly do it. First of all, I will have to delete this indicator. This is an indicator, so let me click on it and then delete it, so that I'll be able to see clearly what I'm doing. All right, sorry, I just click on it and then click on delete. All right, so here let me zoom out again. If you're supposed to draw resistance here, you're supposed to pick the rectangle, and then you just pick up the wicks like this, and then you draw it to this place like this, and then you're here, and then pick another one again. You can draw it from here, and pick it here and drop here. And then we still have another one. You can draw it from here. So we can have multiple resistance with multiple support. You can draw it here. Sorry. You can draw it here. You can see that the price hits here and is going back. It's showing sell from here to here, right? But it's going to hit here and return back. That's why I place a buy, because it's going to hit here and return back, because this is a resistance. So I will also pick it here, and there's also something looking like a resistance here, and then press it here. So if I'm supposed to take this sell, this is where I'll place my stop loss, take profit rather. So this is where I'll put my take profit. And then from here to here, you're going to get your money. Now, in the case where you have multiple resistance and multiple support, let me explain how you interpret it. Here, you are seeing here is my first resistance. In this first resistance, this is, sorry, my support line, sorry. In this first support line, this is my resistance. All right, because you always have a support, and at the top you have a resistance. But if I want to interpret this here, this resistance becomes my support, and then this becomes my resistance. So if I'm supposed to interpret this resistance here becomes my support, and this becomes my resistance. Now let me explain. I say in cases where you have multiple resistance and multiple supports, the first support is always here, and then the next one here is my resistance. So if I'm supposed to interpret further, this one here becomes my resistance, and the one at up will become my the support, and the one at up will become the resistance, just like that. So you can keep doing that, and of course doing that. So your second assignment is simple. Draw support and resistance for at least 3 pairs and submit the assignment, the screenshot of what you did. Now, when you are drawing, it's not just to draw, all right? Like I said, it's not just to draw. You have to first of all pick where at least price is trying to resist, by where having at least 3 to 4 weeks in that zone, in that area, either in this resistance or in the support area. All right, so that's how you know. So now, if you draw this, how do you now buy? It's very simple. Just look at it. I've not even moved away from here, and this price is buying, showing you that this is where I took the buy, and it's already going in my favor, showing that this was the resistance, this was the support, and the price hits here and is returning back up. And of course, this is the support line. Now, let me give you this quick tip. In a trend, please don't place a trade against your trend. So if your trend is showing up, it means that your price is going up. Don't go and place a sell when your trend is up. Don't always place trade against your trend. If your trend is going down, it shows that market is not good, it's going down. So if you are placing any trades, place a sell. And if you are going up, please place a buy. So you can see that here there was no second option. All I did was to place a buy, and it's working for me. You are seeing it here. Of course, you are seeing it. It's going up already. All right, so that's how to do. So it's very, very simple. If you do it the way I'm showing you, you will always get it. So that's that for the trend line. So you place a trade following the trend is showing you, although you will do in-depth analysis, but then don't always place trade against your trend line. Then when we have to do with support and resistance, it's very simple. After you have drawn this like this, the next thing you need to do is now place a sell or you place a buy. So if you have placed this here, just the way I took this trade from here, I already is showing me that this place here is a support line. The price hit here and is going to go back. Why? Because price has hit here and go back. Price has hit here and reverse. And price has also reversed somewhere here. We have a wick here, the same thing here and the same thing here, which is a validation and a confirmation. All right, so that's that. And I'm very sure that if price come here, it's going to retest a little before even start going up. If at all it's going to go up. Of course, it's going to go up because this trend is up. But when it gets to this place, it's going to retest a little before it now start going up. All right, so that's how to do all of this. Now, I will talk about we'll talk about support and resistance again when I'm talking about candlestick patterns, which may likely be our next topic. So kindly do this. In fact, we may not have class the next slide until you accomplish this. So do it for multiple currency pair, like 2 or 3. Try to do it. Do it like multiple times and try to place a trade and see if it's working for you, just the way you see that my own is working here. Like you can see this trade is going up. If it was on the demo, if it was on my phone now, you see how the money that is reading, you will see it. So that's how to do all of this. So please kindly do this, and in the next class I'll do that. Please, if you kindly like this video and you like what I'm giving you here, kindly like this channel, subscribe to the channel, and then give me your questions in the comment section. I'll be able to explain all of it for you. Thank you so much.